know what? I'll let you intro this one. Did you intro the last one? I don't even know.
Yeah, I think I introed the last one.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either way. This is what, episode 4?
This is episode 4 of the Iggy and Miggy. Iggy has a game involved, just like the last one where we were playing a game, but we're going to say that for another time because I feel like there's been a lot of shit going on. We both feel like there's been a lot of shit going on with WWE since Summerslam because that whole shit has, like, kind of popped off. We got, like, Roman Reigns returning. We got him getting beat up by the Bloodline last Friday. The Timu Bloodline. We got Odyssey Jones. We got the Wyatt Six. All that shit. So, you know what, Iggy? You can lead off the discussion.
If I'm gonna be starting off, I want to bring up what everybody is thinking, you know, and that's Tanga Loa is the GOAT right now. I love Tanga Loa. I know that a lot of people right now are clowning on him. They think he's botching a lot. They think he's a terrible wrestler. But we got to give props to my man Camacho here. All right? He is just master trolling all of us right now. I mean, he's wearing an eye patch on different eyes. He is unintentionally the funniest wrestler at the moment. And I think because of that, in the future, we may see him with the singles title. Because he's so unintentionally
It's gonna not reverse psychology, but it's gonna get him over. Is that what you're trying to say?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I feel like he's already getting over because so many people are like, man, he's botching a lot. Like, you've seen the memes on Twitter. You've seen the memes everywhere. Like, everyone is clowning on him, but he's hilarious as hell because of it. And we're also talking about a man that had a 5-star match with Okada.
Yeah, that 5-star match is in question, though. So, has he had a match in WWE since debuting? I don't think so.
I don't think he's had a single match at all. Meaning he's the only wrestler not to be pinned this year, which makes him the GOAT. I'm telling you though, if he returned and fucking Pat McAfee on that announce table goes, "Oh my God, it's Camacho! He's back!" The whole audience would have lost their shit. The internet would have blew up that day. I'm telling you.
Speaking of Pat McAfee, isn't he retiring or like stepping away until the Netflix deal next year?
I think so. He just said he's just gonna be gone for a bit, but you know he's signed with the WWE for years, so you know he's not gonna go anywhere soon. I was about
to say he's done a pretty good job as an announcer. Him and Michael Cole. Who's gonna step in for him now?
I could either see. Well, I mean, I'm not too sure to be honest. I know that they could possibly transfer Wade Barrett into that role.
I hope not, because Corey Graves and Wade Barrett are doing their own thing.
See, that's what I'm thinking about. Maybe they could move up Booker T from NXT, but he's too up Lola Vice right now, so I don't think.
I was about to say he's like the veteran of NXT, like the voice of NXT.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe they're gonna get a new guy. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing. I was just like,
yo, they could get Byron Saxton, bro.
Is Byron Saxton on NXT with Booker T, or is that someone else?
I think that's someone else. You know who I think could be a good little replacement? Big E.
Did you say Iggy?
Because yeah, Big E.
Oh, Big E, not Iggy.
Yeah, me. Because here's the thing, I think they just announced that he's not going to be able to be cleared at all. And he's still employed with the WWE. So.
Okay, that's good. Because, yeah, his pre-show kickoff and whatever he's doing a good job with it.
Yeah, that's why I feel like why he's been active in those pre-shows was I think they were kind of trying to fade him in, you know?
I hope that happens. But then if Pat McAfee does come back next year, where does that put Big E?
Honestly, they'll find a spot for him.
Yeah,
We've seen 3 people on the announce table before. So I think there'll be a place for him.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. And that sucks because I feel like, I know you wanted to talk about this, and I feel like this is a good segue into it. If Big E's not clear to come back, I feel like they're trying to make Odyssey Jones the next member of the New Day. Because I know you wanted to talk about him. So I'll pass it to you, bud.
Honestly, it's hard to talk about a man who's literally not been active for like 2 years and missed everything. But when he did come back, he made a statement. You know?
Did he move up from NXT?
He's been moved up from NXT.
Really? That's what I was wondering. I was just like, did I forget that or something? Because I was just like, I thought he was still on NXT.
No, he's been drafted on Raw. It's just Triple H just didn't know where to put him. So I like that they put Odyssey Jones into this as like, the next, as like a big E like figure,
Like the
but
powerhouse
obviously,
of the New Day, because you got the High
yeah,
Flyer and Kofi Kingston, and then what is
whatever
Xavier
Xavier
Woods? The
Woods.
mouthpiece? I guess he's the best on the mic, but they're all pretty good. Big E,
Yeah,
Kofi, and Xavier.
I know that they're doing the storyline between like Karrion Kross and AOP with the New Day of like the
Dude,
whole.
I just want to anecdote a little bit. Fucking Karrion Kross, they can never find a spot for him. This is like their third or fourth attempt.
This is like their sixth attempt.
Because I
Because he also
remember
failed
he
twice
called
in
out
NXT.
Roman Reigns. He was gonna fight Brock Lesnar or Drew McIntyre, whoever champion was at the time, and that didn't go anywhere. And then he became a jobber, and then they brought him to NXT, and then brought him back to the main roster. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong? What is wrong with this dude? Like, there's nothing wrong with him. Maybe it's just the gimmick. Maybe they need to give him a new gimmick.
See, that's what I'm thinking because when he first started in NXT, I liked his gimmick of I don't know, it was kind of like a Punisher-esque gimmick in the sense of like the vibe, the aura, if that makes sense, He was just there just to kind of just beat up people and that was it, and that's what made him dangerous. But now it's like when he got called up under the Vince McMahon era, it's like Vince McMahon wanted him to be this little supernatural
Yeah, I
type
thought
of
that shit was
dude,
cringe. And now he's like this almost wannabe like Messiah figure, like Seth Rollins when he was doing the Messiah gimmick.
What? Okay, give me a second. Here's the annual dogs interrupting.
They just came out the other.
It
What
gets
the
him
fuck?
distracted.
That was like a fucking what was it? That was like Scooby Doo.
But again, with like the Karrion Kross, he's just. I don't know. He's, they wanted to make him like the Messiah. They want him to be like this fortune-telling dude of like.
Yeah, or like
no
he
matter
spreads
what.
the truth or some shit. Because his fucking team is called the Final Testament.
Yeah.
Like what the
And
fuck is
also
that? More
with
on
it,
the
it's
nose.
like. Also with it, it's. How do I explain? It's like. I know that they built it in a way that even when he loses, he wins, because everyone usually has like a downfall. So I'm trying to figure out like what are they doing with Xavier Woods in this situation? Like what's kind of the point? Because like let's be real here, motherfucker.
Yeah, why is
I
he?
think
Why is he beefing with them? Like, what was the start of the beef with the New Day? Did they just need New Day? Because New Day has been reduced to like backstage segments. Did they just need to do something with them?
I think that's exactly what it is. They just need to do something, and I know it started with Karrion Kross coming up to Kofi and Xavier, and Karrion's like, Xavier, you're much more than this. They're holding you back. Join me. You could be so much more. And it's like, dog, get real. Xavier Woods is, as much as I like Xavier Woods, he's not coming anywhere close to the title,
Yeah, it's unfortunate because Kofi and Biggie got their singles run. No offense, I don't think Xavier. I don't want to say he'll never get it, but not anytime soon, if that makes sense.
No, exactly. And also, it's like at this point, like, who would he feud with? Not Cody.
Not LA Knight.
Not Drew.
He's on Monday, right? Okay, so what is that? That is Braun Breaker and Gunther. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He's nowhere near those guys.
Nowhere near. Like, right now, I mean, how long has he been in the WWE? For, like, over a decade now?
I'm trying to figure out what this white thing is.
What thing?
This thing that I'm pointing at. Oh, it's... I was just like, that's not in the background. And my hand goes behind it. And I figured out what it was. Dude, I was mid-video tripping, dude.
You dumb motherfucker.
Dude, that was freaking me out. I was like, what is this? And I'm pointing at the drink, dude. Anyway, what were we...
Fucking, Xavier Woods is not going to come anywhere near, like, a Intercontinental or a World Championship. I think as of right now, in his decade being in the WWE, he had a chance, at like winning the Money in the Bank and shit, but
Dude, not just to shit on Xavier, but I feel like even Kofi is like reduced to nothing now. I don't see them becoming tag team champions again anytime soon.
no.
It's just like since I didn't think this would be possible, but Big E leaving like really fucked them over.
It did. But they held their own, though, for a couple of years. They were still the New Day. They were still over
That's
and
what I'm
stuff.
saying.
And
Remember that one time with the draft when Big E went to Raw and they went to SmackDown and they were still doing New Day stuff and Big E was thriving?
yeah.
So I didn't think it would be such a big problem that Big E got injured. But now, like, the New Day is just fucked. Is it just because of, like, at one point the Bloodline had the titles and then they went to Raw and then who had the titles then? Oh, no, they were unified. They were, like, stupid fucking... And then it was bouncing between the Judgment Day, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso. Yeah, so there's like nowhere for them to be put in. It kind of sucks. I like the New Day.
It's sad, but like, I just don't know what they're gonna do. I know that we're gonna see an Xavier Woods heel run soon, which is something I'm
Like,
pretty
is he
down
gonna
to see.
turn on Kofi?
Most likely, and then he's gonna get the shit beat out of him by Odyssey Jones. And
You think so?
I don't know, because like I don't understand how they are going to do this.
I was about to say, because when the whole Bloodline like started turning on each other or whatever, like they had a thing on Raw where they were like, oh no, the Judgment Day turned on each other. The New Day had like a backstage interview and they're like, nothing can break the New Day. And I was just like, honestly, with all the things they've done, I feel like they would be the one tag team where no one would want to see them like break up. Because obviously we wanted to see Big E do his solo run, but we didn't want them to break up the New Day. I feel like what they did perfectly by like drafting Big E and then the New Day separate brands. That was like the perfect way to do it.
But at the same time, Big E and the New Day, they always interacted with each other on a weekly basis.
That's what I'm
So it
saying.
was
Because
like they never really
they're
broke
like
up.
legitimate friends.
Yeah, and even when Big E won the world title, they all came out to celebrate.
Even with Kofi too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I
So
feel like
it's
it would be a terrible decision to break up the New Day.
Oh yeah. Honestly though, if they do a release thing and we do see, I don't know, cause like I feel like there's nothing like I feel like Triple H with his long-term storytelling, he just doesn't. I don't think he has anything in plan.
That's what sucks.
Xavier
Because I feel like
Woods.
with the addition of Odyssey Jones, they're pushing him more. Like he has the potential of going on a singles run more than anyone else in the New Day. So.
No, exactly. So if a release happens and we see Xavier Woods, like it'll suck. But to be honest, I
Damn,
wouldn't.
no, I don't want Xavier to get cut, dude. Now you're making me sad, dog.
No, but hear me out though. What if Xavier Woods goes back to TNA as Austin Creed, wins the TNA World Heavyweight Championship,
We don't want to
and
see
then
Austin
Big E and
Creed, bro.
Kofi
We
come
want to
out?
see Xavier Woods, dog.
I could also see them where Xavier Woods gets down to NXT.
I thought that's what they were doing with the New Day.
Was it?
Because I saw, I could be incorrect, because NXT is the only one I haven't really kept up with too well. But I swear on their YouTube channel, I saw a match that the New Day was fighting someone.
Yeah.
I thought they were just like, maybe they were just there to like boost up the ratings for NXT. Like, hey, we got main roster guys on NXT, that kind of shit. Because they did that with like Charlotte and Becky for a while.
Yeah. But hey, they got Joe Hendry now.
I was about to say,
and
so he's officially signed, or is he still a part of TNA?
Well, let's be real here. If you're signed with TNA, you're part of NXT.
NXTNA, bro.
So honestly, it wouldn't shock me if we see Dolph Ziggler back because of
What's
it.
his name?
You know?
Nick Nemeth?
Yeah, Nick Nemeth.
Disgusting. It's a disgusting name.
I could also, well, technically Alberto Del Rio is signed with TNA again.
I thought he was
too.
signed with AAA.
Is he signed with AAA?
I
thought he got
but
signed back
the last
with
time I
TNA.
saw him, he was wrestling in a fucking high school, dog. Dude, not even shout out. I was about to say shout out Alberto Del Rio. Fuck him, dude.
Shout out the high school to get Alberto Del
Yeah,
Rio.
they probably paid him in school lunch.
They probably paid him a hot dog and a car ride home.
Dude, fuck Alberto Del Rio. Fuck that dude.
Well, I know that he beat Nick Nemeth
Did he?
to win the title in AAA.
Okay, so is he signed to AAA or TNA? Because to be honest, Del Rio fell off my radar, bro. Rey Mysterio.
Oh, okay. So I got all my shit wrong. So Dolph Ziggler ended up winning the AAA Mega Championship.
Okay, but
So
Del Rio is signed to.
yeah, Del Rio is signed with AAA, and he beat Dolph Ziggler for that Mega Championship, and then he ended up shaking hands with JBL.
What?
Yeah, here,
What
let
the
me share
fuck?
my
JBL is what the fuck?
Yeah, let me share my screen real quick. Look at this shit, bro.
Turns heel with Conan and what? And JBL? So
Like,
wait, so fucking JBL is a part of fucking AAA?
that is the most
That is the most random side quest I've ever seen out of a pro wrestler.
honestly
Fuck Del Rio, that's
Mexican.
all I care about. We got so much more Mexican stars now. Who cares about them?
Oh, speaking of Mexican stars, let's pivot over to Santos Escobar a little bit.
Escobar, see.
Exactly, as we could see that he's most likely going to be feuding with LA Knight for the United States Championship. I don't think Logan Paul is going to get a rematch or anything.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Logan Paul's gonna fuck off and do some other things.
Oh, most definitely. He'll be like a one-off type of thing, you know?
I feel like if he like has an open schedule 1 year, and he's actually full time, like appears weekly, I feel like that's what I see him becoming, like a WWE champion, world heavyweight champion sometime in the future. But it would have to be on a full-time schedule. I don't see
Here's the thing. There's only one celebrity turned wrestler that was able to win a world championship, and that was David Arquette in WCW. All right? And I feel that, you know, if anyone would win the world heavyweight championship, it could be Logan. But Logan's too busy with other shit, you know?
That's what I'm saying. If like the stars have to align, and he has to
like
have
he
an
would
open
have to do it full time. Like full time. Like kind of like a Jake Paul, what he's doing with boxing full time.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I still have faith in the Logan Paul project. I know a lot of people hate him because it's Logan Paul, whatever. But what he does in ring is pretty good, and I want to see more of him.
Yeah, that's the thing. What he does in ring is really good, but he's too resilient on his athleticism.
Yeah, but he puts on banger matches.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing though. You know, if Bad Bunny put on a banger match with Damian Priest, you know?
That's true.
David Arquette put on a banger match with fucking, what's his name? Necro Butcher.
Yeah, but and Logan Paul's pretty good at it. His heel work is pretty good. He's like a natural shitty heel. Like you fucking hate that dude. Like when he was talking about Cody Rhodes and shit, and he was just like, signed the contract. Like you just want to boo that man.
Oh yeah, he's a good natural heel, but like, as we know in pro wrestling, that shit gets old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So maybe he's gonna have some time off after the LA Knight loss. I don't think he's gonna come back as a face, but maybe some character work is behind the scenes.
Here's my thing though with Logan Paul though, is we gotta speak on that of like what we just said of like, you know, heel, face and stuff. Right now he's great as Logan Paul, you know? But let's say next year when the Netflix deal goes on, you know, we're gonna see a lot more raunchy shit. We're gonna see a lot more different gimmicks come out. We're gonna see a lot more potential in the terms of how the product's gonna be carried. So how is it gonna work with Logan if he can't up his gimmick?
To be fair about the Netflix deal, isn't it only for Raw? What about SmackDown? Or is it all of WWE?
I think it's just Raw.
So let's say Logan Paul does decide to stay on SmackDown. Like, who else is there for him to feud with? He already feuded with Cody, Roman Reigns. He might have to switch to Raw.
What?
I was just thinking about it. What's left for Logan Paul on SmackDown? I'm sure they could find a place for him. Well, there might still be a place for him on SmackDown.
That's the thing. They'll find a place with him because they were setting up like a Santos Logan type of thing. But let's be real here. If Santos wins the United States, he's gonna murk Logan. I think Santos is.
I don't think so. I think Santos is a good character for Logan to get it back.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I feel like if an Andrade won it, it would be hard to convince me that Logan beats Andrade.
Yeah, but they're doing a whole Carmelo Hayes
Yeah,
and
I'm cool with what
Andrade
they're
thing
doing
right
with
now.
Andrade.
Which I very much like. I like that it's boosting up both of them, and most are like, oh shit, Andrade is actually fucking GOAT right now, you know?
Is Andrade still the speed champ?
Yes.
Okay, so a lot of people...
That's where Logan's going.
Logan should probably become the next speed champ because social media is his thing. But what Andrade's doing on speed, like, we all think it's stupid. We're like, Andrade should be used more. But honestly, 3 million people are tuning in for his matches on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. That's a lot of fucking people who probably haven't seen WWE. So if anything, a lot of people were hating speed. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards it because
Oh, I've been watching a lot of Speed, to be honest, and to be honest, I think it's tight as hell. It's honestly, I like that very fast-paced matches. We get to see the true athleticism in the
how long
in-ring
are the
work.
matches?
Like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You could like
Like,
you said,
I
you can
think
see
it
the
works a lot.
athleticism of people because no offense, Andrade with his accent, excuse me, and the language barrier, it's harder for him to connect with US audiences. So I feel like showing off his in-ring skills is perfect.
Oh yeah, but I think that's what they've been doing well on SmackDown with, feuding with Carmelo Hayes, which I want to see it end with I want that to be like the feud that lasts for years. You know, I think they have great chemistry with each other. I like that there is a tension there between them that started at Money in the Bank. But, the one thing though is I want to know where does it elevate them, Because they're obviously put together because they're elevating each other. Their styles coincide with each other perfectly. With Andrade's very kind of brutal high-flying ability, with Carmelo Hayes' smooth, technical high-flying abilities, it just works.
I feel like when this feud does conclude, Andrade's going to come out on top. Like, he's going to get the pin over Carmelo. Because Carmelo's still relatively new.
Yeah, he got to earn his roses,
And I feel like even if Andrade pins Carmelo Hayes, there's no real loser here. Because what if Trick Williams gets called up? Boom, we could do another Trick and Carmelo Hayes, either reunion or feud again. So there's still a lot of shit for him to do. I don't feel like this is the end of either one of them.
Oh, not at all. I don't think it's the end. But to be honest, I don't think Trick's going to get called up from NXT anytime soon.
You don't think so after next year's Stand and Deliver?
No, I think what will probably happen is they'll probably get Ethan Page.
Maybe they get both called up. Because they called up Ilya Dragunov the same time as Braun Breaker.
That's true. But Braun Breaker did appear at the Royal Rumble, though.
That is true. Well, wasn't that like a last-minute decision because of the whole Brock Lesnar shit?
Yeah, but I heard that Brock Lesnar may be coming back.
I heard that Triple H is trying to get him for the next year's Royal Rumble. Because it would be cool to see him again. Shout out Brock Lesnar. I like Brock Lesnar.
Shout out Brock Lesnar. Honestly, him versus Gunther, that'd be a banger.
Okay, you know what? This is the segment of the video. We need to... After this concludes, we need to actually make segments for our just normal discussions. This will be the fantasy booking part of the video.
All right.
Because we talked about what we wanted to talk about. We didn't mention my boy CM Punk, even though I'm wearing the shirt, because what he's doing with Drew McIntyre, we kind of all figured. We just wanted to talk about Odyssey Jones and all these other guys. But this is the part of the video, this is the segment where we fantasy book. So with Brock Lesnar, we'll start off with Brock Lesnar. What do you think is going to happen with that, Iggy?
I think what will probably happen is he's going to come in and obviously be there to elevate talent in one way or another. Obviously, it's not going to be a Drew McIntyre. It's not going to be a CM Punk because they've already faced Brock Lesnar and their stock went up already.
Yeah, I was about
to say. It's not going to be Seth Rollins. They've already fought each other. Who are the people that Brock hasn't faced yet? He hasn't faced Gunther. He hasn't faced Damian Priest. Hell, he hasn't even faced Dominic Mysterio. And let's be real here. They are priming Dominic for a singles title.
What do you think is Brock Lesnar's next year is going to look like? Let's start with the Royal Rumble. Let's say he does come back in the Royal Rumble.
Braun Breaker. immediately.
And do you think that feud is going to go to WrestleMania or Elimination
I
Chamber?
do. I think it'll go to WrestleMania because I think Braun Breaker is going to hold the Intercontinental title for quite a bit of time. Not to the extent of like Gunther's reign, but like probably a year,
I think so.
I think what will happen is it'll be at WrestleMania. Braun's going to enter, going to dominate the field, and then Brock Lesnar is going to come out. And that's where we're going to see like, ooh, okay.
Oh, like they're doing a face-off kind of shit?
Yeah, and then it'll lead into Brock Lesnar winning possibly the Intercontinental title, which is something he needs to be a Grand Slam.
Okay. That's also what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to feud with Braun Breaker. Because when you have someone dominate, I think Santi, the YouTuber Santi, talked about this when Gunther was champion. You need kind of like a veteran to take that title off of the new talent because they can bear the burden of like this new talent held this title for so long. Who can top that? And then you give it to a veteran who's like Brock Lesnar's never won it. So people will be like, yeah, cool, Brock Lesnar. And this pushes Braun Breaker to a world title, like pushes him closer to a world title. And then what I think is going to happen after he wins it at WrestleMania, this is what I think. This is the fantasy booking. Because I feel like the Braun Breaker shit, everyone feels like that's going to happen if Brock Lesnar does come back.
Fantasy though. Because Jimmy could come in and take it, like
Tanga Loa could come.
Tanga Loa could
He's going to come with all the belts. But I feel like he's going to feud with Braun Breaker, win the IC title. And then this is where I think Ilya Dragunov comes in and takes it from Brock Lesnar.
Really? Because I could see Ilya Dragunov just shooting straight to the world heavyweight, to be honest.
You think so? Because he's feuding with Braun Breaker right now.
Yeah, I see him
feuded. I feel like that is... Yeah, so Ilya Dragunov is like in a weird spot right now. I don't think his stock has plummeted because he's been putting on banger matches. Braun Breaker has been like destroying him, so yeah, I would be out of commission for a while too. And I feel like beating Brock Lesnar, an established star, and gaining the mid-card title not only elevates the title again, but also elevates Ilya Dragunov himself. And then it could lead with a Gunther feud. What if Gunther loses the world title either at Bash in Berlin or at WrestleMania? Maybe he wants to go back. That's what I think is going to happen because it will boost up Ilya Dragunov.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Here's another fantasy booking I'd like to see.
Okay.
Ludwig Kaiser versus Gunther.
I'm not for that like everyone else is. I don't really care for Ludwig Kaiser. Is that weird?
You don't care for Ludwig Kaiser? I think Ludwig Kaiser...
Sorry,
honestly,
Ludwig Kaiser.
Is one of the most underrated heels in WWE right now.
You know what I think is going to happen with Ludwig Kaiser? This is my fantasy booking. Giovanni Vinci is planning on coming back.
He is planning on coming back.
Or has he already come back? He hasn't come back yet.
Not yet. He's planning. He did a couple of vignettes, but that was it.
So maybe him and Ludwig Kaiser are going to feud for a little bit.
Oh, dude. I'd love that. I'd love a return of Giovanni Vinci.
I think that's going to occupy his time for a little bit. Maybe to Bad Blood, maybe? And maybe past Bad Blood? I don't know. All right, so we're going to end this video and the segment with one more fantasy booking. And this is one that Iggy really likes to talk about. But Iggy, I want to know your fantasy booking for John Cena's retirement run next year.
This one, off the bat, I'm not alone on this. I don't think anyone's alone on this. When John Cena comes on for his retirement title, they should give him all of the belts.
100%.
Like what they did with Kurt Angle in TNA when Kurt Angle won all of the TNA championships. They should do the same thing with John Cena, and then he should relinquish them all when he retires. So now there is an aura of it that no one was able to really take down Super Cena.
And I agree with that somewhat. I don't know if he should get all the titles, but if he were to get all the titles, I feel like it's almost like an homage to the career that John Cena has had. 20 plus years. He carried the fucking WWE through its like worst probably arc, the PG era. Yeah. Like honestly, John Cena is literally, if people forget John Cena, like obviously there's different generations, so people are gonna have different Mount Rushmores. But John Cena's literally has to be on there. He has to be on there.
Dude, honestly, like it has to be on there. Like John Cena, even though it's funny to even say because of the man, but like John Cena is technically the LeBron of the pro wrestling world. No one could top him. You know, like nobody could top him in anything.
That's what I'm like. Sure, Roman Reigns was putting up bigger numbers, but I feel like that's because he elevated WWE to this like he kind of made it cool again almost. Would we credit Roman Reigns? I would credit Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes for making it cool again. But John Cena was that guy. Like he was like every time someone thought of the WWE, people who didn't even know the WWE, they're like, "Oh, John Cena, he's a part of that, right?"
Yeah.
No, he was that guy.
He is the man, you know? He's the man that fucking, like you said, he carried the WWE for years on its back. I guarantee you go down the street and you say, name a wrestler, we'll probably say John Cena.
Oh, 100%. They're like, is he still wrestling? John Cena, right? He's the face. Like, people, the casual audience will automatically say John Cena.
Yeah, and he's so well known across the world. There are Indian restaurants with John Cena's face on it.
But yeah, John Cena, if anything, I want to see his retirement match. This is going to be the most fantasy booking in the history of fantasy booking. Against CM Punk and Randy Orton, bro. Because both of those guys are synonymous with John Cena.
They are.
Like, Randy Orton and John Cena had that feud going on forever. And then that 2011 or 2012 Money in the Bank with CM Punk.
Both of 2011 and 2012.
Like, come on, bro. My boy CM Punk deserves it. He is, like, the WWE guy. Even though there's, like, Steve Austin and shit like that. But, like, and Hulk Hogan. But I feel like John Cena is that guy.
Way over Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, he didn't have that controversy like Hulk Hogan did.
Let's be real. The last time we heard about Hulk Hogan, he was doing the whole like Trump shit, you know?
Excuse me. And John Cena stays out of all that stupid shit, bro.
Exactly, because he doesn't have time for that. He's trying to do his own thing.
And also, the most Make-A-Wishes from anybody. I think he has like 700, and Justin Bieber has like 200, and he's second place.
Yeah.
I'm like John Cena will always be that guy.
He'll be the GOAT.
Yeah, honestly.
Fantasy booking. Tanga Loa versus John Cena.
I mean, they already did Solo Sikoa and John Cena, so why not? What if John Cena just comes there and destroys the bloodline?
The Timu bloodline?
No, both bloodlines. The Timu and the OG. He
comes
in wearing a cape and everything. I'm Super Cena.
All I know is that fantasy booking wise, I just want to see John Cena during his last year is to go out with a bang.
Oh, 100%. He deserves
it.
Like Triple H said. He was like, whatever John wants to do, we'll do it. He was like, he deserves it.
Yeah. And I agree with that. And let's be real here, when he was announcing his retirement, I'm not going to lie, I was tearing up a bit.
I teared up too, bro. I took a shot for him, bro. I was crying. Me and my brother were crying. I was just like...
I wasn't expecting that, But, I'm glad that he decided that his time is coming and he's being selfless with it. But, his last year, it should be the year of Cena. I want 2025, specifically Raw on Netflix, to start off with the year of Cena. Have it be cemented in the wrestling yearbooks as, this was his retirement year. It's considered one of the best retirements of all time. Because he's very adamant of, he's done. No more in-ring stuff, no nothing. So we're not going to see a Ric Flair. We're not going to see a Shawn Michaels.
He retires 6 times and comes back. Yeah, fuck Ric Flair, dude.
Fucking so stupid.
That you just reminded me. The year of Cena, it should start off at the Royal Rumble, I think. I feel like he should come back, entrant number 30, eliminate everybody, Super Cena's back, ties Steve Austin with 3 wins. And then goes on to main event WrestleMania one more time. Will that against Randy Orton, against Roman Reigns, against Cody Rhodes? I don't care at the time. I don't care who is champion at the time.
It doesn't matter. And then he wins the championship, breaks Ric Flair's record.
Yeah, another record. So ties Steve Austin's, break Ric Flair's record. Because honestly, come on, John Cena deserves to break Ric Flair's record. Come on.
Mm-hmm. And then around Money in the Bank, could feud with Lesnar or Braun Breaker, Ludwig Kaiser, Ilya Dragunov, whoever is the Intercontinental title champion, gets that. So now he's a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah, exactly.
And the first person to hold the heavyweight and the Intercontinental title.
And then honestly, when he's done and retires, he can relinquish the belt. He can either vacate the belt or give it to like a new talent. So then it elevates the new talent. Because now you have, because no offense, when he lost Austin Theory, when he lost to Solo Sikoa, he was kind of known for just putting over talent.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, and those wins didn't really do anything because he cooked them on the mic.
Yeah.
So give him someone that's formidable, maybe a Cody Rhodes, maybe an official passing of the torch to Cody Rhodes. Like, you are the number one babyface now. You are going to be the John Cena of this generation.
Yeah.
Like, something like that. I don't think it should go to, like, someone who's still new. Like, I don't, because Braun Breaker, it would be too
Tanga
soon
Loa.
for Braun Breaker. Tanga Loa is going to be the new John Cena.
Yeah.
He's going to have 2 eye patches now. He's
You
just gonna
literally
fight. He's
can't
just gonna
see him.
wrestle
He
John
can't
Cena
see
with
anybody.
sonar hearing.
But honestly, like, yeah, when it just comes to John Cena, just like let him break the records, you know?
Yeah.
Cement him in there, because let's be real here. He's going into that Hall of Fame next year.
You think so? John Cena did talk. Triple H did say whenever Cena wants to go in the Hall of Fame, he can. I feel like Cena's gonna wait.
Do you think so?
Because this is another fantasy booking. I feel like Cena's gonna wait because Batista still hasn't been inducted. I feel like Cena's gonna wait to be inducted with all those guys from the OVO 2001, 2002 class. So
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, and Batista, and John Cena, all 4 of those guys.
Okay.
I feel like they deserve their own Hall of Fame class together.
No, yeah.
Like, I feel like Bray Wyatt's gonna go in next year.
You think Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, and I feel like he might be. You know how they have that first ballot Hall of Famer? I feel like Bray Wyatt might be that to honor him because of the whole Wyatt 6 thing that's going on right now. But then maybe 2026, it'll be maybe Brock Lesnar decides to retire next year. Maybe Randy Orton doesn't decide to retire, but he wants to be put in the Hall of Fame because Batista, Brock Lesnar, and John Cena are going in. So then you can have their own. They deserve their own class by themselves.
That's true. They do deserve their own class.
Like, I feel like the Shield also
Benjamin in
deserves
there
their own
too.
class. So it makes sense to make the OVO class of whatever 2002 whatever as their own, like, you know, own individual thing.
I think that'd be honestly really cool, and honestly, it'll technically be an end of an era.
Yeah,
You
literally
know?
an end of an era. We got the end of the era with Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Taker.
And then it'll be, you know, the era we grew up with when we were kids.
Yeah, all those
Probably
guys,
the
Brock
Hall of
Lesnar,
Fame.
John Cena, all of them.
And then, honestly, I want to tie it with one more fantasy booking.
Okay.
That we mentioned Bray Wyatt. We got to talk about the Wyatt 6.
Oh, yes.
Now, I know that you weren't really into the Wyatt 6 when you first started out. You thought they were
I
a
still
little
feel
too
like
much
it's too soon to make my official judgment, but it just seems like Bo Dallas. I might get flack for this, but I want Bo Dallas to stand as his own. Like, when I see Uncle Howdy, I want to see Bo Dallas. I don't want to be like, oh, this is Bray Wyatt's idea.
But that's the thing. I feel like already he is kind of standing on his own because he has different mannerisms. He has a different motive than Bray Wyatt did.
I understand what you're saying, but it's still Bray Wyatt's creation. And I understand they're trying to honor Bray Wyatt, but at some point down the line, I want to see Bo Dallas. He could still do Uncle Howdy, but I want to see him do something that he would do. Like, oh, I want Uncle Howdy to be synonymous with Bo Dallas, not Bray Wyatt, if that makes sense.
No, I hear you, and I think we'll get that soon. Right now, they're just in the building stage.
Yeah,
you know?
right now, like I said, it's too early for me to judge, but that's what I want to see.
Because here's the fantasy booking: is as of right now, I do like the.
Okay.
I like that they built them pretty goddamn strong.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You know, I would like to see a Bloodline versus Wyatt 6.
I could see that because of the whole family thing, but if he's just tied to Raw, maybe a Judgment Day. Maybe he goes after the new Judgment Day.
Oh, that'll be trash, though.
You think so? Demon
I
Finn
think
Balor
so.
versus Uncle Howdy? That would be kind of cool.
I mean, it depends on what we see from Finn Balor and Damian, though. That's all it is.
That's true. That's true.
'Cause,
It's
I mean,
also still
Damian-
early for them to decide, so.
Exactly. But I think in the future down the line, I'd like to see Bloodline versus Wyatt 6. And I think that'd be kind of a cool match to see just because of the whole family line storyline.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like betraying the family, they might go after the Timu bloodline instead of the OG bloodline.
Yeah.
Because from what Jey Uso has said, I almost mixed them up. But what Jey Uso said in an interview where he was just like, Roman Reigns will forever be my tribal chief. He's the one who put us on the map. And now that Roman Reigns is a face, I feel like that rekindling of that family love will stray away from the Wyatt Six. So I feel like they'll either go after the Timu bloodline or the New Judgment Day, because they betrayed their family, kind of shit.
I hear it, but technically, wouldn't they go after Damien and Rhea for betraying Edge?
As far as I'm concerned, since Edge isn't a part of WWE anymore, I feel like they're just gonna erase that, like sweep it under the rug, that whole fucking original bloodline. It would be cool if Edge broke his contract with AEW and came back, OG Judgment Day versus the New Judgment Day. That would be cool, but that's never gonna happen. That's like fantasy booking to the moon. So I'm trying to be somewhat realistic.
Nah, I hear you, but honestly, I think when it comes to our fantasy bookings, it's kind of like a hurry up and wait type of deal, because maybe they come to fruition, or maybe Triple H has something else up his.
Yeah, honestly, Triple H has been cooking. People were saying Money in the Bank was so bad. People were saying that what was the one? Yeah, people were really complaining about Money in the Bank. And then the other one before that, Clash of the Castle, people were complaining about the CM Punk thing. But I feel like it elevated their SummerSlam match, so it all kind of pays off. Because looking back now, I can enjoy those.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I was thinking that thing, thinking Triple H was cooking already. But now I'm like, holy crap, this is like a whole... You could watch Clash of the Castle, Money in the Bank, and SummerSlam and be like, this is the series of the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre feud.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like people are quick to judge. Like, oh, Triple H sucks. Remember the memes you were showing me? I'm going to sue the WWE.
WWE.
No confidence or whatever.
No confidence.
So I feel like we got to trust in Papa H. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Honestly, if we want to talk about fantasy booking, we need to sign Christian back.
I would like to, but I feel
Give
like he
him the
hates
Christian
WWE
Cage gimmick
right now because of Vince McMahon. So
I know, but let's be real here. Christian Cage, like not Christian, but Christian Cage in WWE would be unstoppable.
I feel like it would be cool. I would feel like it would be cool to have Edge and Christian retire in WWE. That's where they started. It'd be cool.
I just like the idea of Christian coming in and just shitting on Triple H the whole time.
I don't think so, because his beef was more with Vince McMahon, like a CM Punk situation, right?
Oh yeah, but at the same time, the reason why Christian didn't sign was because it was just money. That's all it was.
Well, yeah, he did talk. He said that their negotiations were like never went underway. They were just talking about like, hey, what dates would you be able to work? And they didn't even get to the money talk. Tony Khan just threw money, and he was like, all right, I'm going here.
And it worked out. I mean, Christian's hot right now. I think the biggest he's ever been.
He's like one of the few things that are good about AEW right now.
Oh yeah, but that's always because
next Iggy and Miggy. Wow, we should just shit on AEW for the whole thing.
Oh hell yeah!
What we hate about AEW, what we like about AEW. Everything. The whole video is gonna be like an hour long. 56 minutes is what we hate about it. 1 minute is what we like about it, and then the rest is the outro. But anyway, any closing remarks, Iggy? We are approaching an hour of recording, so I feel like we should end it off right now.
I think the only thing I gotta say is keep watching pro wrestling.
Yeah, it's hot. It's super hot right now. I'm actually gonna go to Monday Night Raw, so I'll record that for y'all. Unfortunately, Iggy won't be there.
No.
But I'll bring a cardboard cutout of your face, and that'll be my sign when I hold it up in the audience.
Dude, if I saw that on TV, I'd lose my shit.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Iggy and Miggy's back. Next episode, I will be giving Iggy his gift that he won. I know I said that in the last one, but I'll be giving him his gift. Iggy will probably give me a quiz. I don't know. We might be playing 2K24 online. I don't know what we're going to do. We kind of just do shit.
We'll do something.
Yeah, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. Follow this man. Do whatever you want. Like, subscribe, dislike, comment, shit on us for our takes. But yeah, engagement.
I don't care.
Yeah, we just like the engagement, guys. Come on.
Love the engagement.
But anyway,
we're attention-seeking thugs.
Was that you sending them home?
Bye, everybody.
Okay, all right. Bye, guys.